everyone, it's Charity Preston from the Organized Classroom blog. Today we're talking about tattling. This is something that I've definitely seen in many classrooms in the different places that I've been. It's typically a primary thing. I really see it a lot at 2nd and 3rd grade. I have seen it all the way up to 6th grade as well. You may also have daycare kids at home or preschool kids, or your own children that you are just about to pull your hair out because of the tattling. If you hear one more time, he stole my pencil, he's looking at me funny, he took my paper, he messed up my desk, whatever. This is a great segment for you. And it's really quick and it's easy and it's something I've used in the past that seems to work fairly well. So what you're going to need is either a plain sheet of paper, or I'm also going to upload this current template to the blog site, www.theorganizedclassroomblog.com. If you go to the video resources section, I will have this template uploaded there as well. You're free to use that as well. You're also going to need a box of some sort. Now, it can be a shoe box you've covered with wrapping paper or decorated. It can be I just have a gift box actually, and it's like a little one. It could be a tissue box, works fantastic for these as well. Mine is just a basic one it was actually a winter themed one, and you're going to want to make sure that it has a slot right in the top. So all you're going to do then is put your box in a basket. Imagine that. So I put mine in my basket. I also have a couple of pencils, and then I've taken my template and I've cut them into strips, and on the strips it says I want to say whatever they want to say. I do have a discussion with my students as I'm beginning to start this about what are some things that it's considered tattling and what are some things that an adult really needs to know. So we basically talk about blood loss, about someone actually physically being hurt or sick, and we talk about destruction of property. I also think that's very important if a student is kicking something or carving something into a desk. That's something I need to know right away. I'm sure there are more to your list that you might want to add. So have that discussion with your students. If it doesn't fall in one of those 3 categories, is what I always tell my students. And as you start this, they're still going to want to tattle right away. So-and-so, and I'll stop them and say, is it 1, 2, 3? Okay, is it one of those 3 things? Yes or no? Okay, if the answer is no, go in the back, go to the basket, get it taken care of. So they go to the back, to the basket, they pick out just one of the strips of paper, and they write down what they want to tell me. It can be somebody looked at me the wrong way. It doesn't really matter. It's something they feel that they need to tell you, and they've gotten so accustomed to you paying attention to that they need to do that. So have them write it down. It's silent. It can be in the middle of my lesson. They're going to fill it out, they're going to fold it up, and then they're going to slide it right into the box. And you're going to leave it be. You're going to let it be for a week. So on Fridays, I go to my box, I open it up, and I see what's in there. It could be something more serious that you want to address. Maybe Johnny is bullying other kids nonstop by looking at them the wrong way across the room. That's something then that you need to discuss with Johnny. And as a whole class, you might do a class meeting on Friday at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day and say, you know what, let's talk about what was in our tattle box and some things that we can do to change that as we keep going into the next week. They'll respond to that. They know you've heard them. They know that you are reading the slips of paper because that's important. They still need that accountability to you to make sure that they've told you what's going on, and they want to make sure that you are taking some interest in what they care about. Now, I could see that you're thinking to yourself, that's a logistical nightmare. Students getting in and out of their desk to fill out these slips, they're just going to want to get out of their seat. And you are 100% correct. At the beginning, when you first start this, especially if you do not start it at the beginning of the school year, I actually have started this in the middle of a school year after I've seen a problem with it, after dealing with it for several months. I decided to start it in the middle of the school year, and when you do that, they will think of it as novelty. It'll be very exciting to get out of their seat during a lesson. That's unheard of. For about a week, it'll be nonstop, back and forth, in and out of the desk, predominantly the same students. Pay no attention to it. I promise, after a week or so, it'll just wane off. They won't want to continue to keep getting out of their seats because they see it's not getting them any attention. You're addressing the situation. Once they write it once, it may not be as exciting to tell on somebody again after that when they don't see that you're going to make a big deal out of it and yell at the other student in front of the class or call them out on it. You just keep going about your business, and I promise it will subside so you can get some normalcy back in your classroom. But now after you've dealt with that, now you've calmed the whole class down because now you're not being interrupted all day long with hands in the air or somebody shouting out or kids just bickering with one another. If there's a problem, go to the back and fill it out. Now, if you have very young students that can't write full sentences, first grade maybe, or you have a special ed student that their writing skills are not what they need to be to fill that slip out, or they choose not to write, you certainly could put a mini tape recorder in the basket as well and have them just quietly whisper into the tape recording and leave it. Don't rewind it, don't fast forward it, nothing, and then at the end of the week you can rewind all the way to the beginning and listen to what's on the tape as well. So I hope that has helped you with some of your tattling problems in your classroom. It can certainly be very frustrating whenever you're stopping instructional time constantly to take care of that. After a couple weeks, when the kids adjust to this program, you will find that they definitely become less dependent on you to make everything okay. They learn that they can be in control of their own feelings, get it taken care of, and move on. And then they start to also realize, if Johnny makes a face at me, I don't need to react to that every single time. So certainly that's a discussion you want to have about bullying and some different things in your classroom as well, that you can base those conversations off of what's in your box that you check every week, where every student has a voice, which is very important to all of our students. So I hope that was helpful. If you have other ideas to add for how not to tattle, please add it to our wall on our Facebook fan page. We would love to see your ideas as well. www.facebook.com/The Organized Classroom Blog. And as always, come to our blog, our website blog as well, and get some more great ideas there from all the rest of our entries, as well as the free video resources with the templates. So we look forward to seeing you there as well, www.theorganizedclassroomblog.com. And we hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye!